All right, in this episode, we're gonna be building a 2-story porch on the side of the house. Stick through and watch this whole video because the thing looks freaking amazing. Little update, this sonotube is all set. This one, on the other hand, sucks. It is so much more stubborn. I mean, look at all these rocks.
One week later.
We're going to be shooting for a $650,000 valuation on our house. Our house is currently a 4-bed, 2-bathroom duplex located in Amesbury, Massachusetts. This house sold in Amesbury in 2022. It's a side-by-side duplex, 6-bed, 4-bathroom, 2,900 square feet, sold for $700,000. Another one is a 5-bed, 3-bathroom duplex, overall 3,700 square feet. This is a pretty big house. Sold for $735,000. Another one, duplex, 4-bed, 2-bathroom, 2,500 square feet, sold for $752,000. So I think it's pretty safe to say that we'll be right on the money with a $650,000 valuation. As of this year, there's also this one. I'm not sure what style house this is, but this sold for $655,000. It's a 6 and 2, 2,800 square feet. Here's the deal. If you've always wanted to be a hack construction worker, let me show you exactly how I install this composite decking. So first off, you take your piece of decking, you wanna make sure the grain is all facing in the same direction. That's just a nice little touch. I get mine tight to the building. I'm gonna mark my cut. I can actually mark it a little short because, like I said, there's gonna be a piece of trim under that door, so there can be a little bit of play. Take your piece, slide it against the building, get it somewhat in place. So we're using the Trex Hideaway screws on this. They look like this. Hopefully you guys can see it. So basically what you do, each little piece of decking is grooved, so you stick it in the groove and then you just screw it down in place. What I do, I use this particular tool. It's called a bow wrench. It just helps suck the pieces together really tightly. You can also use a chisel if you don't have one of these. So you just pretty much take the little thing, get it as close to the piece of decking as you can. Tension. And it should hold itself right in place. Just like that. You see how tight that is? That's exactly what you want. And then you just take your piece, make sure it's tight, and just suck it down. You don't want to suck it too tightly because if you suck it too tightly, it's going to be too low to accept the next piece of decking. Once all the pieces of decking are in, then you can go along and secure these along each joist. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Perfect fit. Like I said earlier in the video, we are projecting that the house is going to be worth about $650,000 when we're done. I want to say it's going to appraise for a little north of that, but we'll see. We'll see how lucky we get. But it's going to be a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom duplex. The top unit is going to be a 3 and 2. And then the bottom unit is just going to be a 2 and 2. So it's about a 6 to 8 month project. And towards the end, we're going to refinance to pay off our original mortgage and our construction debt, which is a private money loan. So in theory, I'll keep you guys posted on the numbers as stuff progresses. I'm going to start subcontracting some stuff pretty soon just so things can get done a little faster. But overall, we're looking pretty good. I've been working on the house for a little over 2 months now, so mostly part-time. So. You never nail vinyl home. You nail the J-channel home. But soffit and siding, you don't set the nail all the way. And so far we've spent a little over $30,000, and that's pretty much just the cost of the roof, the porch we just built, and a lot of dumpster charges because we gutted the whole downstairs, took down a chimney. We've gone through like 5 or 6 dumpsters so far, and I've done a little bit of framing. I put a big structural beam in there. Yep. First, you just slide your sleeve on. Personally, I like to slide this on first just so I don't forget to put the bottom cap on. So you just slide it over the post, just like this. Now, take out the little cutout that they give you, and this pretty much just ensures that your post will line up. So if you look at the piece, there's a little fold on the bottom. This indicates the deck surface. The way I like to do it, you could do it either way, but I just put it on top of the little base molding, and then I pre-drill my holes from there. Now you just slide these little caps on, do just like this. These little caps that accept the rails, they have about 3/4 of an inch of place, so you actually want to cut them short. So what I do, I just take a measurement, I go all the way back to that one, and then I just measure about halfway in. So the most important thing when you do these sections, you want to make sure your cut is not in the middle of a baluster. That's not what you want because it's just going to look really bad. You just lightly slide them in place, lock in pretty easy. Now we're ready to throw this sucker in. So you just want your caps on the end, lift up the rail. The total cost to build this monstrosity was about $7,000, a little over $7,000. And keep in mind, that's with me doing all the construction work myself. I couldn't be any happier with the way it turned out. It came out really, really nice. But honestly, we probably could have saved about $2,000 if we went with pressure treated decking and pressure treated rails. But in my opinion, because I want to hold this property long term, I think it makes sense to spend the extra money on the PVC rails and the AZAC decking because it's relatively maintenance free. You really don't have to paint it every few years like you have to with like the pressure treated lumber. So I think that justifies the cost right away. So came out really, really nice.